Hi Virgos, this is Genevieve with Belladonna and Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing really well, except I canceled Christmas. I decided that with COVID and everything that's going on in the world, that I would be better off staying at home and not exposing anyone to anything. That doesn't mean I'm sick. It just means it's too risky. As crazy as this COVID has gotten, I need to be sensible. Oh well. But if you happen to know any place to get a really great meal that I could pick up something, just let me know. Okay, now this is a reading for Virgos for December 14th through December 20th, 2020. 2020 is almost over, but just because it's almost over does not mean that 2021 is going to magically be better. COVID is not going to disappear on January 1. And even though I know everybody's wanting it to end, they're not realizing that it's not quite that easy. It's not that magic. So the card we get for y'all first, it's a strength card. This card means that it's time for you to make some good choices, and you've got the strength to do so. That could be standing up for someone who's being bullied. That could be just doing what you know is the right thing for you to do. But it's going to take some internal fortitude to do that. And you do have it. You have it well within you. I have faith in you. The Knight of Wands is all about starting a new project or a new profession, but you might have your blinders on. We're going to turn this over because it was reversed. And you might have your blinders on and not be looking at the whole picture. So get out your Lego pad or your notebook and sit down and write down, I need to know this, I need to know this, I need to do this, blah, blah, blah. So that when you start out on this project, that you've got everything in your tool belt that you need in your tool belt. You also get the Queen of Wands, which is a nurturing woman. Now, she might be a little controlling. You've never met a mother-in-law or a mother that's a little controlling, have you? But that doesn't mean she doesn't have your best interests at heart. So go ahead and let her nurture you. That doesn't mean let her run your life. That means let her nurture you. Now the Moon. This card says that there's things going on that are a little discombobulating for you. The Moon is always changing. You know, it's a new moon and a full moon and a quarter moon and an everything moon. It's a sliver of a moon, and it's always changing. So right now, where you're wanting to start out on a new project, you want this everything to be balanced. So this card tells me for you that you need to be balanced, that you need to find your equilibrium. And that could be, I think you need to meditate and eat healthy and drink water. I'm sounding like your nurturing mom, aren't I? But you need to do some things that are healthy for you so that as these things take place, that you have your equilibrium, that you're not off balance. Because if you're not drinking enough water, you are dehydrated and you're just not your best you. If you're not eating healthy, same. Now we get the Star. Now the Star is a card that's starting out on new things, but it's going to be good. That you've got good luck, good fortune shining on you. The Star is shining down on you, and it's going to be looking down on you and making things all good. However, we get the Six of Cups, so we're going to turn this over. The Six of Cups tells me this is a card about nostalgia, and that card is telling me that there's a part of you that is looking back at what was instead of what great things are ahead of you. And really and truly, Virgos, great things are coming. And there is some battles ahead, but you're going to win them because look, you've got all these other people running off and you've got the sword right there in your hand. You've got the swords at your feet. You have won, but you still are lingering and looking at the past instead of what you've won, which, you know, that's kind of what we do. Once again, we get the Magician though, and the Magician has all the tools at his disposal. He's got the cup, the pentacle, the sword, the wand, just like this wand, except mine's filled with black tourmaline and has all the chakras on it. That's something I think you need to do. You need to balance your chakras. You need to figure out which chakra is out of balance and get in balance. One way you can do that is to ask your pendulum. Another way is to have someone perform Reiki on you. Or just ask your guides, what chakras do I need to balance? And then get them balanced, because if your heart is, if you're holding onto it, your heart, and it's out of balance and you're not sharing your heart, then you're not an even person. You're not your best you. So those are things that you need to be looking at. You need to be figuring out where you're out of balance. And Knight of Swords. Flip it over once again. This card is telling me that you're ready to rush off and go win this battle. You're like, let's do it. I think because it was reversed, you need to take your time. Once again, we're back to the Knight of Wands, where it said you're starting out on a new project, but that you need to figure out what you need to do. Get out your book, figure it out, write down all the questions you need answered before you jump in. Now, this is just a general reading, and the reason for that is, for example, I'm a Taurus sun with an Aquarius moon and a Leo rising. All of those things play a part in my chart and in what's going on in my life. But obviously, I can't do that many readings. There's like too many. So I have to do a general reading. That's the reason that periodically, and I get it too, I would say every 3 to 4 months, I get a private reading from someone. Only that doesn't mean that I'm not good at what I do, but I'm too involved in what I do for me. So when I'm a little confused, I reach out to someone. So if you want to do a private reading, send me a text to 405-512-9400. And remember, on January 5th, I'm going to be answering your pendulum questions. So send me a text with those questions to 405-512-9400. And if anything I've said has resonated with you, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page. Y'all have a good one. Bye.